Hello, my name is Palagiri. My tribal affiliation is Indigenous Band of Shumash. I am a transfer student from Los Angeles. My major is music recording technology and audio design with a minor in American Indian Studies. Today, I'll be sharing with you all how I came up with the beat for the IndigenEyes podcast and how I got inspired. And it was a great collaboration with Chanel, my Iwahi mentor. So let's jump straight into it. The first uh, part of the beat in the intro is the vocal, Native American vocal chant that I came across. And the really cool part about it is that I had the advantage to modify it, add some cool effects. The first effect I added was this EQ effect that took out the lower end of the vocal. But still allowed some of the drums to be active, right? And then I added some reverb to give it a larger texture. Um, so the vocals were really key. And then lastly, I added this stereo spread, which allows the vocals to pan from left to right. A really fun effect as well. And I'll go ahead and play the vocal for you now. Great. And now moving forward, I added this percussion loop from Cymatics, and it has this really cool water effect that I got super inspired with. I also added some EQ to balance out the different frequencies. I added a stereo spread, and then I added an overdrive to give it more of a pump. So by itself, it sounds like this. And then together with the vocal chant, it sounds like this. Now that was the intro. Moving into the chorus, it's the same vocal chant. However, I added this really fun effect. It's called halftime, and it slows it down. It can also speed it up, and it gives it a different like vibe and texture to it. So this is how that sounds solo. And then I added this Native American flute, which was really simple. I played it in a MIDI keyboard, which just consists of two notes, and it sounds like this. Really, really simple. And then I added these hip hop drums, and I added also some EQ and an overdrive to pump it up as much as I could. Um, and it was just really fun to sort of mash up the different sounds with like the vocal Native American vocal chant and then hip hop drums, and this is how that sounds together. Now moving on to the verse part one, it's the normal vocals without the halftime effect, and then the water percussion drums again. This is how that sounds. And it goes on. And for part two of the verse, I added this sort of like a sample drum stab that goes in and out. It has this cool effect as well. Nice. And then it transitions back to the chorus. So that's really the main part of the beat. It sort of just loops. But it was so fun creating this. As I mentioned, I actually made this beat back in the summer of 2021. So it was super fun to see how like old music can still be quite new. Um, and it was just a cool process. I really enjoy um, kind of like mashing up different elements of music. Um, and then some of my goals are to just uh, enjoy more like indigenous music along with mainstream music, because it's obvious we don't really hear that in pop culture on mainstream radios. And those are some of my goals, to get like indigenous music in TV, in film, within commercials, and just sort of mixing up indigenous music with pop music and hip hop and even some electronic. But I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And I had a great time collaborating, and I hope to put out some more music as well. Thank you.